only to you, because by you giving this integrity and peace within yourself, I feel, as a whole, and find happiness. And you've got to find a purpose in life in order to maintain that happiness. When you reflect that kindness and positivity in yourself, you transmit that light onto others, other parties involved. And you got to maintain the cycle of harmony and peace. And you got to send that message of harmony and wholeness to the legacy you leave behind. Because if we don't raise our children properly, whatever damage was done unto us that we finally had to purge and heal and find peace and harmony, once you acknowledge that you have healed that and you understand where your deep roots, your wound came from, you don't want to repeat the cycle. No, sir, you don't want to repeat. You want to make sure that our children, they are raised with love, and we raise them selflessly. Okay, and selflessly means if you have to let go for a bit, the physical plane, physical connection with the one you truly love, that's okay, because if you cannot make it happen now, in divine timing, everything is gonna come, because there's a pattern to follow. And first you got to make sure that the legacy you leave behind, there's a wholeness and a peace within everybody else, all the parties involved. And then everything falls into place properly. And that's when it's time to make the move. This is what these cards are saying. Okay? So, wow, these cards, it's just crazy. In the past position, we have the Hierophant. Okay? What means that both our parties, and Divine Masculine recently has been doing his research. He totally has come to a place when he recognizes the connection is on a much deeper level. There's so much spiritual connection in this connection. There's so much depth, more than he was expecting and hoping. He was looking for depth where you got it. Now he has reached a certain maturity, because the Hierophant, he's like half spiritual enlightened and half animal instincts. So he's coming out of the cave, not with just that instinctual knowledge and based of just lust or instinctively, but he has a certain maturity and knowledge that he, very grounded level, he has to make his move, and he has to respect the circle of life. Okay, he has to respect the pattern of the circle of life. And he's also, this card means that he's doing his research, and he has found that we are truly a twin flame connection here. He knows. Probably he's seen my videos by now. So, and he's like, damn, girl, go tell them. So, and that's what is giving them strength. And the strength is interesting, because he's taming the beast, and this is what this card with the Hierophant is. The maturity has bring a certain balance. He has reached a certain emotional intellect. He has the intellect, but he on emotional level, spiritual level. So they are so balanced. The intellect with the spiritual, they are totally embraced, and that's what he's embracing, and he's gaining the strength and the to knowledge this now, and to tame a bit the beast, like that. This is not just animal feelings. This is not just physical attraction. This is not just infatuation. You understand? Lust. And he recognizes that, and he's not enlightened by this, and he's grounding himself. He's gaining strength and wisdom and courage to. It's so beautiful. This is in the future position. By this wisdom, he has come to this strength now, inner strength and confidence, because now he accepts the connection for what it is. Okay? And that's what we have here now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, he's doing his work. Okay? He's doing his work. He's a bit of a beginner here. But he's putting his heart and passion into it. He's given a task and he's working slowly on it, long term. Okay, he knows. Look, next to it comes the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said before, with the World. Oh my God, the Major of Arcanas. He's like the Hierophant Major Arcana. Strength is Major. Like. He understands there's a pattern to follow. It's the circle of life. It comes to full life, his destiny. This is fate. This is fate and fortune. He knows that they are meant to be so. He's not worried about it anymore. Definitely not worried about it. He knows he's going to get there. But he has to respect the process of it. He knows what they've gone through. It was a necessary evil. Let's put it this way. He has the enlightenment. He has the knowledge. He is a teacher of his own thoughts now, because what he went through made him wise. All the pain he has gained and the wisdom he has gained out of the pain has made him wise, and now respects the spiritual level behind all this story. It's not just because, 2 + 2 is 4. No, there's more into it. It's not just black and white. I'm sorry. So he respects the pattern. He respects the fortune, and he takes his time. He's working on his skills. He's working on self-love, and he's working on his money. He's contemplating how he's going to move forward. Knight of Pentacles, he doesn't have a great imagination, but this is the guy that aims stability, financial stability, and he constantly works on it to maintain that stability long term. It can be not just on a material level, but on working on this new journey, on the spiritual journey. It feels a bit of a beginner. But now he understands the pattern and the path he has to go through. So he recognizes and respects the circumstances. If there's boundaries, and that right now it has to be on a spiritual level, because that's what the 10 of Cups is blocked by the 2 of Cups. That means this is more on the grounded, real, on the 3D level, and this is on the spiritual level. That means he wants to reach this, but right now we're stuck on this. And he's okay with it. He say, hey, whenever you're ready, darling, I know now. I know you man. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Okay? Oh, my God. These cards is just... Hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords. And that's the hopes and fears. Like he's hoping to make a move. And the fears in the same time. This is a card that he has the mental clarity now, but he needs to express himself. Okay, he's that raw energy of putting things a bit into action, but he has to speak up practically and have clear ideas. And he's a bit hesitant because he doesn't know how to make this move forward right now. He knows that there's blockages there. Whatever blockages are there might be kids involved. He wants to come with an offer that implies marriage right away. But sometimes the circumstances are that you cannot do that. You got to make a move of forgiveness or apologizing, or he realizes that he needs to come forward and have his speech of what has happened throughout this journey, right? The talk needs to be made here, okay? Because after hope and fears, that he has the mental clarity, but there's also communication, that he knows he has to come forward and talk about all this journey that you both have gone through. The final outcome is the Queen of Swords. I mean, she is sharp. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. The Queen of Swords, she is practically us. We have come from a place of certain wisdom and integrity, that now we don't run this whole situation be ruled by emotions. If you look at her, she has a little bit of water there, and even that drop of water, she's willing to spill it on the ground. She said, hey, I love you, but you know what? I'm not gonna let my passion or my emotions speak for me anymore. I need justice. She needs justice. She needs balance. She needs her integrity to be put in place, and respect. She wants him to move forward and acknowledge that she is the Queen of Swords now. She stepped her boundaries. She has put her boundaries, but she's very fair with her boundaries. Like, she's not like, she's willing to stay alone. She doesn't mind being alone there and working on herself. And the Queen of Swords is very much connected with the Justice card. They are very similar on many levels. Like a woman that has some intelligence, wisdom, she plans and contemplates with a certain maturity that involves that everybody, that it's not just about her and him. That's what the message is she's trying to send here. That it's not just about you and I, divine timing, the will of the circle of life, will of life, the divine timing will bring us together. Okay? And she has a certain maturity, and she is a strategic planner. She plans and contemplates for a higher good. So everybody comes back in harmony. Love for all, not just the two of us, okay? So she's practically, you better come to me, right? And apologize and speak your truth. And we talk about this journey, where we at in our lives, what stage of our lives we're at. And because I'm not letting my emotions get to me anymore. And she's kind of defensive in a certain way, like say, hey, I love you, but you see this, a bit of water I have, I'm not gonna let that get to me. I want justice. And I want clarity. Enough with the spiritual realm and sending me songs here and there and telling me I love you. I want to marry you, I want to marry you. Marry me. I think I want to marry you. Yeah. Well, you can marry me, but when the time is right, you got to respect the will of fortune, okay? And he gets that, but he's a bit of he said, I can beat this woman. No way, I can't talk to her because she's so smart. That's the thing. He feels a bit intimidated, but now he's gaining the strength, because he was intimidated because he didn't know what was going on. He couldn't understand what was all this about. Now that he has the knowledge, he's enlightened. He said, damn, she knew this all along. She was trying to guide me, but I didn't want to see. And in the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is some initial completion. So there is some achievement there. And maybe this is the achievement. The achievement is that he recognizes the connection, and he knows the pattern and the circle of life, and when he knows he has to go there. There's some initial completion. Maybe during this period, he's going to make some sort of a move, because even on the new romantic cards, the question was what is going to do, and it says very soon, wedding. So even if it's not an actual wedding, there's gonna be some recognition, like on a there's gonna be some communication. Something tells me that they're gonna be there, but she is still like a bit detached in the sense that you gotta actually speak to me. I'm not gonna accept the 5D level anymore. Even we gotta stay a bit apart. I want clarity. I don't mind being alone, but let's talk and clear the air. Where are you at? Where am I at? And in divine time, we'll get there. If you want to still keep some detachment after that, we don't have to keep in constant communication, but I want clarity, she's saying. And right underneath the Three of Pentacles, which that's a progress, we have the Four of Wands, the help of the friends. Now you got the tools, you got the knowledge. They can be actual friends that might help him send the message across. But that's another thing. Like there's always other parties involved and helping you out. She's like, no more other parties involved. I want you to talk to me and clear the air. I know what this is. You know what this is. So stop with the bullshit. Stop with the games of the friends, because now you got the balls. Go ahead and make the move. So yeah, there is something here, some sort of celebration. Maybe because it's June and July, there's birthday. My birthday is July. His birthday is end of June. Yeah, so we're both Cancers. His birthday is coming up, actually. Oh gosh, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Something that's coming full circle from last year to this year. That's another thing. Like for us, it's been like over a year, but last year we kind of celebrated on a spiritual level. His birthday, my birthday, sending our messages through songs and things like that. Now she's like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. She's like, I want clarity. Enough with the goddamn songs and messages. I don't want other parties involved anymore, She's like, but he's like, why? This is artistic. This is fun, imagination, vision, friends. Let's keep doing this. She's nah. I'm down with passion. I want business. And you know what? But he's like, business what? Are you ready for it? He's like, what business? Are you free? Can you do this right now? She's not, I don't care. I want my honor in place. You got to put justice in place. I want my honor in place. You got to speak your truth and put on my honor in place. You want to get from A to Z without first apologizing. And but you want to make sure that you get a yes. Well, no, sir. That's what the test of life is about. You don't know what the future will hold. You got to sacrifice. There's other people's involved here. Okay? Divine timing should be respected. Other people's involved. Otherwise, if there is damages and cracks, if you take shortcuts, this ain't not gonna work. You're gonna start from A again, all over again. Did you get the lesson yet? She said, you gotta apologize, put my honor in place, recognize the connection, treat me like a lady, make it even public if you have to at least to your friends. But you gotta speak your truth with your own words, not hiding behind friends through this virtual world and the imagination on a spiritual level. You gotta be realistic and clear with your ideas and expressions on a 3D level, okay? Which means in reality, enough with the spirituality in the 5D, okay? That's what she said. You got to take the little step. It's all she wants, because that's why we have here the